Okay, everybody, I have some sound here, and now we're ready to go. As you will recall, and I'm going to back up here to the announcements, we are at that point where we're in flex time, where I have projects for you. And indeed, here's the announcement about Thursday the 18th. And this is that pre-recorded video I promised you. And if I'm able to, Friday night, I'll have a Q&A live stream for you if I think that it's going to be worthwhile for you and for me. I hate to create something like that, take a Friday night and wait and no one shows up or has anything to say. So I'm quite happy to leave it at this, and if you have questions, I'll try to help you. Okay, and I've given you all of the information you could, and a very regrettably, I have had few people take advantage of these opportunities. So you're in some ways putting yourself on your own. If you're waiting till the last minute to do your work, you may be putting yourself in a box that you don't want to be into. Okay, let's go down to the modules, and we'll take a look. And of course, today is the 18th. You have time for your projects and your files. I want to talk for a few moments then about the check your understanding and the instructions. Now this is from fall 18, but this still applies here. And you'll note that you have check your understanding exercises on the following pages in these chapters. And you've got to upload your Access database in Canvas prior to the due date. You should create a fresh database and import any necessary objects from the Patrick file at Canvas, and then upload the database at Canvas, and provide me an MS Word document that includes print screens documenting your work, preferably a results set for each one of these. Okay, so it's in your best interest to upload the database with the Word, and then also upload a Word document that shows me the results sets and the design view, and I would like to also see the code, but if I have the database, that's all I need. Okay. I'm not sure I could make this too much simpler, but I would say this: those check your understanding assignments have they have examples around them or code that we ran that will give you a model to work from. You do have an alternative. If you choose, you can go into the appendix A and B in the Patrick text. I have the pages there for you. And as I tell you, don't choose it as an assignment unless you're certain you can perform it. So if you're going to do the Oracle installation, I'll want to see print screens, proof that you've done that. And you'll have to do it on your own machine, following the instructions that he provides there, Patrick, that the Patrick text provides there for pages 751 to 770. So that is an alternative if you choose to do that. We've had several throughout the Patrick text up to this point. We've had when we've run queries and we've worked through the chapters. We've had those opportunities to see what Oracle looks like a little bit, so that you can have that when you go to apply for a job. You can tell an employer, "Hey, I've worked with Oracle. I've worked with Access. I've worked with SAS Visual Analytics. I've worked with SAP." So we give you a decided advantage over other applicants. And here's the SAS Visual Analytics project. This is a PDF now. You will see some things over at Teradata University that may look different, but you go through the steps and select software. Then you select the SAS Virtual Analytics. Okay. And then you click on the assignment 1. And the instructions are in a PDF. Give you some help here about, printing them out, do the assignment online, complete the 4 tasks in assignment number 1. I'm going to add 5 more tasks to this. So there's 8 pages here of instructions. Now, some of what you see will look a little different because they may modify their website and how it looks and things of that nature, but the tasks are here. If you want to do some extra credits, I have them there. You're given 45 points maximum. You can do the following 3. Check your understandings. And of course, the result, I have to be able to see your work. And see that how you got the results that you obtained. So all the time we spent running code. Now, this is from the Sharda text. I want you to go over to kdnuggets.com. And I want you to explore some of the specific sections on applications as well as software. And this is just to make you aware of some of the many tools that are out there. And I ask you to find the names of at least 3 additional packages for data mining and text mining. Okay. A lot here for you to work with. You have another exercise. This is from the Sharda text, chapter 7. And I ask you to come over to IBM and find 3 customer case stories on big data. Okay. This was all due the 18th, which is tonight at 6 p.m. And then I asked you to go over to Teradata University and search for some case studies. And I asked you to watch the BSI video about the case of misconnected passengers. And I asked you to share with me what new applications you can imagine with the detailed data that an airline can capture. So those are the assignments that you have for this module. Of course, with the flex times, no class time. I want to make something clear to you. Just because there's no class time does not mean that I may not be online in a Zoom meeting mode and be there available for questions. All right. I won't be in Shawnee tomorrow. I won't be in Shawnee because I've got medical appointments I've got to go to. And I'm just not going to get back in time to get you started at 6, but I do have you help here and walk you through the assignments. And as I said, I may set up a live stream. And the truth is this, folks, I've been available quite a bit this week. So if you had questions about this or wanted to get started, this is the time to do so. And I can't tell you other than you've got these assignments ahead of you. In week 12, we've already done all 3 of these lunches database workshops. And so you'll have that week to work on your projects and your finals. This is the same for week 13. At flex time, you can work on these, upload them. The same on week 14 when the check your understandings are due, the extra credit is due, the Oracle assignment, that's due if you did that as an alternative to the check your understanding. And then the SAS project from Teradata University, and those are due, pardon me, those are due as well. And then week 15, I give you time to work on your files. And I'll go into those final exams in coming periods. So each week, I'll do some kind of pre-recorded broadcast, just trying to remind you what's going on. And I will probably, I'm certain I will be in Shawnee and online. I'll be there in my office if people have questions. Of course, as you can see, when you look at the files, there's a part A that's due at the start of the final exam period. Then you have a part B that's due at the start of the final exam period. And then you have these quizzes that are due at the end of the final exam period. I think most of this is very, well, self-explanatory, and I'm not sure what more I can do to show you what we've got going on. But you do have some projects. I've given you time to do those. Time for some extra credit work if you want to do that. Then some regular assignments. More time to work on your projects and the finals. Opportunity for extra credit. You can tell my voice is, this weather's just played havoc with me. And for all intents and purposes, then here's where you upload the check your understandings, the extra credit upload. And away we go. If it's possible for me, I know I can't get over to Shawnee because of my doctor appointments. And if it's possible, I will try, like I said, I'll try to live stream Friday evening or to live stream Thursday night, which is going to be tonight. It's pretty late. Actually, it's Thursday morning. So I can be here to try to help you out and answer some questions for you if you need some help or assistance. So that pretty much does it, folks. As far as where we sit, this is the last leg of the course. This is the independent study part. I'm available to try to help you, but for all intents and purposes, this is stuff you do on your own, and I can try to help you. I will give you some advice, but this is not going to be, this is really no different than if you're told that you're at work and someone gives you an assignment, you've got work to do. So as I've said, these courses I teach are deceptively easy. They're really not, because you have to have the discipline to stay at it and to get your work done in a timely manner and not try to get it all done at the end and then get yourself into trouble. Now, I'm going to share one final thing. It would be this. There is a high probability that I'm not going to offer hybrid courses anymore. I've looked at some feedback from students in another course who say they're not unhappy. They're terribly unhappy with the format. And so we'll go back, and at least in that course, we will return to the days of yore. And that's regrettable, but when they all give me feedback that they hate the format, they don't like the format, blah, 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 then let's see if we like going back to the traditional method. There's really not much I can do about that. As I said before, and I've tried to tell everybody, this format only works if you want it to work. Otherwise, we're back to the old thing of we have class, and if you're not there, I check your name off and I take points off and all that business. So that's a unfortunate thing, but if it has to be like that for one course, I really truly have to do it for all of them. And as I designed this, I sat down and took the feedback. Many students who said, I wish that we had this, I wish that we had that. And I've designed the course that everybody said they wanted, but they decided they don't. Well, that means it jeopardizes my ability to operate in that format in any of the other courses. And that's regrettable. I don't care. I truly don't. I want you to have something that fits for you. And as I've gotten the feedback from that one class and I've talked about it with the dean, who said, okay, maybe we don't need to offer that format because you don't want it. So that can be fixed. All right, well, I wanted to share that with you so that you understood. These have been heavily monitored. And if I provided the course that you tell me that you want, I really don't know what else to tell you. Except that, okay, maybe that's not what you really want. And we can go back to a very traditional format where you have to be in the class, seated in the class. We don't have the flexibility we have. And if that's what folks want, I'm happy to do it. Well, if you have some feelings about the hybrid format, and I want to ask you this. I was a student one time, and I understand that it's quite easy to mix your feelings about an instructor with your evaluation of a course or its format. I'm well aware that I'm not your advisor. I teach a course that many of you in different concentrations here are required to take. So it may not be something you really want to take, or you may be a management student, but I'm not your advisor. And because of that, you just don't like me, or you may feel like that because I try to provide you some flexibility, I don't hear or care or want to help you out. I'm not sure where you would get that idea when I have virtual office hours, class office hours, and all that. And I like to be quite honest with all of you because it's your education, it's your money. And all I know is to try to provide you the material, give you opportunities to demonstrate what you know, try to provide you the best content that we've got there so that you have a superior chance of getting a good job and that you have the skill sets to be successful. I didn't make up the rules. I'm not the one who said that you better have some good database skills and understanding of data warehousing, etc. I just react to them. Okay? And if you don't like me, that's your business. I have to tell you, I don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't make me feel bad. The truth is, you're going to work for many people whom you don't like. And when you supervise people, you'll have people who don't like you. You cannot predicate your employment life on who you like and who you don't. Rarely will you get to choose who you work for or who you choose with, choose to who you work with. So you have to focus and concentrate on learning and getting the knowledge. at this point, most of you are either, should be juniors, seniors. And if I have to remind you of this or have this conversation, then we may, as faculty here, I've shared this with the dean, we may not have done a good job of letting you grow up. And I know no other way for you to understand databases or administration of data unless you do it. So, but if that's if the design of the course is not what you like, I can certainly change it, as I am going to for the other course. And I'm speaking honestly with you for a simple reason. I want the best for you. I want what works for you. I believe that what we've tried to do with the hybrid format is the best for you. But if you want a traditional ground-based course, I can give you one. I don't think you're going to like it any better than what you do now. You may not want to learn anything. I don't know. Okay, that's something you have to wrestle with. And I can tell you now, you're going to have many instances in your career where you're told to do things you don't want to do, you don't want to choose to do. And that's something you may have to learn to overcome. Well, I'm sharing this with you because I think we've had dialogue about the model, and I think I've shared with you that we were trying this, and I've taken one course, surveyed it, and got pretty bad results. So I'll probably change that format. Now, what that means is I'll go back to the way everything is. All my other colleagues do courses. It will be classroom bound. Exams will be locked until it's time, and you'll get to take exams during class time. And I just don't believe it. It's in your best interest for that to happen. I think it just simply doesn't let you grow up. But that one course, which is kind of a bellwether for everything, people told me through the survey they don't like it. They're unhappy. Okay. So I do appreciate those of you who tried to work through this, and I do understand it takes some getting used to. And everything here has been structured just like it's going to be at work. Minimal supervision, deadlines, instructions on what to do. That's going to be going to work. And I sincerely hope when you get there that you can perform in that type of arrangement, and you can work in projects, etc., because that's how things are. And I would give you a course or design a course that was anything other than that. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it class. I'm going to call it quits here. I've gone through, and each week I'll do a pre-recorded screencast that talks about what's coming up that week, what's going on, and I'll have some office hours, excuse me, dedicated just to this course. And I'll be in Shawnee. I'll also be online if you have questions. I'll do my best to help out. Okay, folks, that pretty much wraps this up. And you do have some significant work in front of you. I think you have some great opportunities to reinforce what you learned during the as we work through the Lynch's database cases. You have an opportunity here, if you so choose, to download and install a kind of a baby version of Oracle. And you can do that as an alternative. Then the SAS Visual Analytics project gives you an opportunity to see this fantastic, this fantastic product that they've put together for you. And that's out there. It's one of the top commercial products that are available. And then some extra credit. Talked about that. And then these exercises out of the Sharda text. And then, of course, the week of the 25th, more flex time. And I'll try to speak some more about what's coming up in terms of, your data strategy, and then talking with you about the finals, but also just being there and being made available. Okay, thank you so much. You have a good one, and I hope you have a good holiday. If you go home for Good Friday, please, if you're on your way, if you hear this, be safe.